'Cause I'm going live to the place and I can't go. Sarah Hockenberry.
She in here already?
No, I
Oh,
I followed her on Instagram.
she's on our team. She's great, man.
Yeah, and she put up something about watching Hamilton,
Yeah.
and I was
I,
like, I promise I didn't cry more than once.
I have to watch it. I have not watched it yet. In here already?
Yeah, I straight up definitely.
No,
Definitely cried. Hold on. Let's save this. Share this bad boy. Sharing the live stream. Hey, hey. Uh, worship leader probs. Brian Table and Michael Short.
Shorty.
Shorty's the best.
I hope to meet Shorty.
Dude, I think he might be coming to Experience.
Come on, Shorty. His shortness.
His shortness, the royal Michael Short.
His royal shortness. Come on now.
All right, why is this not letting me share it? Why am I not sharing? Happy
Oh,
4th, God.
that's the problem right there. Oh, glorious. Glorious audio, Jeremy.
Is it glorious?
I found a setting in GarageBand that I had yet to use.
Oh,
my
what is
my
it?
mother-in-law, Donna Gar,
Yeah.
is in the chat,
No way.
which means my father-in-law is in the chat.
Did he check to see if Facebook was open yet? Or
Here's the deal. They're so excited because I turned the air conditioner off while we record because of the noise. Because
okay.
they've been wearing sweaters and
Are you serious?
yeah.
Dude.
Paul Bunyan, Dan
The
Smith.
Bunyan himself. Okay. So as I am Dan's Padawan to audio, okay.
Yeah.
Dan has become my Padawan to smoking delicious meats.
Oh.
And I gotta say, the force is strong with Dan. He's
Nice.
been sending me pictures from his vacation up in Michigan, and he makes looks like some very delicious smoked meats.
Cindy, I don't know how Cindy Byrne. I don't know how to say it, Cindy. I'm sorry. How's the baby?
The baby's amazing. He laughs all the time now, which is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And this morning he whatever doing his thing, and I laid down the bed with him, and I kind of started singing and just kind of rubbing his hair a little bit, right to sleep.
Would you
This whole
sing to
dad
me?
thing, it's pretty easy,
Would you sing to me and rub my hair?
I can do that when we get to the Experience Conference.
Come on.
So,
Come on. Rogue
yep.
worship leader. Hello.
The rogue
Hello,
worship
my friend. Hello. Little Neil Diamond this morning.
You did awesome with pronunciation, she says.
Really?
Bairn?
Bearn?
Is that what you said? Bearn?
Did I say Bearn? Burn or Bearn or
Bearn?
something or some other LLD. Lisa Lane Deno.
Uh-oh. Oh, Sarah records.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sarah records is here. The lady with more connections than Donald Trump himself.
She's the most interesting woman alive by far. It's not even close.
Oh,
can
yeah.
you see this, Joshua? Yes, we can see it.
We see you. What's up, Lisa Lane Deno? Burn. Cindy Byrne. Dude, I don't know why this coffee's hitting right this morning.
She speaks the truth and it burns like fire.
Somebody call the burn unit. You laughed so hard when I said that one time.
That got me. That got me good.
All right, chat. What's everybody doing on the 4th? What are we doing today? What's going on? Anything fun? Some barbecues? I mean, this is weird. I was sitting at our local Publix yesterday, and everybody at checkout's like, so what are you guys doing for the 4th? And everybody's like, I don't know. There's like nothing to do. They shut down the beaches where I live. Like, yeah, you can only be in the town if you're a resident. It's ridiculous.
You got a mask up?
You do. Where I live in Indian River County, you have to wear a mask.
Dang. Oof.
Yeah. And I got these cool. I thought they would look cool because they're black, but it's like wearing sweatpants over your face. I get out, my beard's sweating, and it just shoves beard hair in my mouth.
Oh, not good.
It's terrible.
Not good.
Literally terrible. So what are the Tabors doing for Thanksgiving? I mean,
Well, my mother
July.
and father-in-law are visiting from Cleveland. They're
Cleveland Hawks.
upstairs. They're upstairs at Does Rock. We just had breakfast. We're probably going to go over to Emma's place
Oh, nice.
a little later, and then making ribs.
Oh, any special rubs you were using today?
Honey hog from
Oh,
Meat
okay.
Church. Yeah, using
Nice.
the old honey hog. Yes.
Nice.
Griddle
So
watch denied. Still don't have it, and I am beyond bent about it.
dude, I feel like you could go walk to any box store right now and just go get cancel that order and just go get one.
I went to Lowe's yesterday, and I was gonna do that, and they didn't have any. So
Are you serious?
yeah, I'm super bummed, man. It's only been 3 months, guys. I mean, I could probably fashion one out, or I could get Dan Smith.
Dan Smith could totally Paul Bunyan you up a griddle.
He could. My
Road worship
nephew
leader wants
Weston.
to know if I can just pull my beard up over my mouth. I don't know. Let me see.
I bet you can. Look at that.
Just wear a headband.
You're good. That's
Yeah.
probably like a N110.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means, but your
My-
nephew's in here?
My nephew, Weston Tabor.
Hey, Weston. Do you got any good
Salute.
Do you got any good stories about BT you want to share with us?
Pro tip.
Face pants. My mask that I wear, that's called face pants. It
Face
literally
pants.
feels like face pants. It's ridiculous.
Man, that's rough.
So, dude, guess what I'm making today?
What do you
'Cause,
make?
we like to
Let me
talk.
guess.
Let
me guess.
This is basically the Good Eats podcast, but
I'm guessing there will be jalapeno peppers of some kind, wrapped and stuffed with
I don't
something.
think so. No, I'm
What?
not making any poppers today. No, I'm trying a new recipe.
Are you?
Uh,
Did you bank for the brisket?
No, I didn't. So I'm making smoked queso today.
Okay, come on.
So you actually, it's spicy sausage, rotel, smoked Gouda,
Oh,
cream of mushroom soup, and all kinds of other ingredients, and then some Meat Church rub will go in there. And
How you
it'll go in the
liking that
smoker
Meat
for
Church
2
rub?
hours. It's very, very good. It's a solid pecan rub.
yes,
Solid.
it is solid. And the honey hog. If you're gonna do, I know you make a lot of your own ribs. I'm not that ambitious. So honey hog. If you're making ribs,
Money.
oof,
Yeah.
gives me the feels, man.
Yeah. And then tomorrow I'm going to be smoking because I think I did this last week during podcast, but we're going to do this tomorrow. I'm smoking a
London broil.
London broil again.
Oh, you were a fan.
That was one of the best things that's come out of my
Wow.
smoker so far. I was a little
Wow.
surprised at how good it was. It was
Mm.
it was money, to be quite honest
Nice.
with you. So
Nice.
yeah, and then we're gonna go hang out with some friends tonight that have not met the baby yet and
Oh,
do sparklers and maybe because there's like a 70% chance of rain in Florida today. So
hey, so my friend Alan Salter is
Yeah.
watching. Alan is a guy from California that we met in Cancun.
really,
Yep, really good guy.
true or false, his nickname is the Salter Dog.
He's a good man. He's a good man. Chrissy Norduff is in here.
Wait, she's written some like good
Writer
songs.
of Your Great Name,
Oh,
among many, many others.
well,
She
that
is
song doesn't suck at all,
she is a ninja.
dude. Oh yeah. Wait, isn't she an AU grad?
She is. Yeah.
Go Ravens.
Soar, Raven, soar.
Soar, Ravens, soar. Did y'all have like a theme song or anything?
Probably.
What like where do Ravens come from? Is that like a big thing in Indiana?
I'm not sure.
Like fear the mighty Ravens.
Never
We're gonna wait for you to die and then pick
nevermore.
your eyes out.
I'm not sure. If anybody knows, any AU grads in the chat know why our nickname is the Ravens. Let me know.
Okay, so Weston Tabor says that BT's got moves. What is that all about?
I think he has me mixed up with a different uncle.
Oh, okay. Because I would love to see some of those tasty treats right now.
I don't know that I would be called the Funkle in our family.
Really?
The fun uncle. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Are you a bit of a bump on the log?
Well, I mean, I like to mix it up, you know.
Okay. What does mixing it up look like for BT?
There may be a a video out there with me choreographing some stuff for one of my nieces, or are they nieces? They're nieces. Wait. Okay, if your nephew or niece has a child, what is that called? What is the relation?
So then you become the great uncle.
Great uncle.
Yeah.
So I have some great nieces,
Yeah.
Weston's daughters, among
Yeah.
others. And there may be a video out there of me helping with some choreography.
Is that the TikTok dances that we see?
No, it'd be older than that. So it would be pre TikTok. Yeah, pre beard, yeah.
So what I hear is you were the inspiration for TikTok.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't like to brag, but yeah, pretty much.
Dude, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but we actually have a Worship Leader Props TikTok, and it's like growing all the time. I was looking at the other day, like we have some stuff that's been seen like tens of thousands of times on TikTok.
We've got one that's over 100,000.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
We have more on TikTok than Facebook, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
And so those are going to be the youngins, right? Because I doubt,
right. Yeah, I think so.
Like if you're listening in the car, taking your kids to soccer, listening to the Voice of Truth, you're probably not on TikTok. That might be profiling. That might be profiling, but I'm just.
I love that the Voice of Truth is like your go-to.
Well, yeah, 100%
song. I love it so much.
Okay, what song would it be for you then?
What song would it be for me? It might be.
If you think Jordan Felice's "The River" is a little edgy, you're probably not on TikTok.
It might be It could be Days of Elijah.
Oh yeah.
I would probably just shorten it to Days. Could be Days of Elijah. That's probably
he comes riding on the clouds. Dun, 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 till the trumpets out.
We used to go. Okay, you're gonna get a little behind the scenes. We were going to like one of those naturalist doctors or whatever because she was trying to help me with my allergies, and Kim's gonna kill me. This lady, she would while she was working on you, she would sing Days of Elijah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so listen to this. So we're doing. I wish I'm glad I didn't get video of this because I think I would have hated myself. But so I'm in our other building. So we have two buildings at my church. The building that got put up when I was there is the new auditorium, and this whole building is literally just the auditorium and green room. So the building right next door was the entire church, but now they're kind of like renovating it for just kids ministry. So I was walking over just to kind of check in, see what's going on over there. And the integrator was working on some stuff, and what is going to be, they took the old auditorium, split it in half. Half is going to be through K through 5. The other half is for a Spanish congregation that meets on our campus. So I'm in checking out what's going on with the Spanish congregation. And there's a lady cleaning the chairs, singing at the top of her lungs, "We Are the World." So Zach and I are sitting there and we're talking, and also we hear, "We are the world. We are the children." And we look back and she's got headphones in and like an 80s headband.
Nice.
She is going to town on getting these chairs up and ready and belting out "We Are the World." You
did not catch it on video?
I didn't. I felt like that would have like
been betrayal.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like girls just like, she's working hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like the next song is "She works hard for the money." And she's just like, it was, I haven't laughed like that.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line.
In quite a long time. But
there is a video that has circulated through our staff at the church.
Okay.
So we had a lady who cleaned on the custodial staff, a little bit bossy. And so we have a big sports and rec ministry, right? So this building with a couple of gyms in it, and she was cleaning the backboards on a ladder. So sorry. And the ladder fell over.
No.
And so she grabbed the rim. So there's this video of her hanging from the rim. Her legs are swinging.
Oh my gosh.
She was fine. She was not injured. But
did you catch her?
I did not catch her. Somebody helped her, but the couple of seconds that she was hanging there, it was pretty epic.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Hey, everybody in the chat should go. You're on our Facebook page anyway. You need to share this week's podcast.
Yeah.
David Leonard. Part 1 was last week. Part 2 will be this Tuesday, the 7th, which is also coaching sesh number 3.
And we got permission from David Leonard. We now can call him D-Lo. That's what he said. So he was like, yeah, guys, I just really appreciate D-Lo. D-Lo. We've been hanging with D-Lo.
Such a good guy, man.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I didn't realize how country he is. But when you hear him talk, he's got a thick accent.
He does, man. Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently, there's a video of your father-in-law dancing or something like that. Donna Argar, father-in-law, has a video also.
She would never, ever betray me like that.
Who?
My mother-in-law.
Wait, so what I'm hearing...
It's a video of me. The video is me.
Okay, Donna.
Because
you name the price, and I will Venmo the money to Kim, and we'll get this thing as a meme somewhere.
She knows I have untold videos of both of them.
I can't even imagine, because I know what you have of me, and we see each other once or twice a year.
I just found that the stretching video from last year's experience conference the other day.
Yeah. Whenever you're with Brian, suddenly there's a text thread between him, myself, and my wife. And it's me like stretching or doing something dumb.
We're double records here. We got Stacy records also in the... Now I'm mispronouncing their name because of you.
I know. Record. Eric Shellhart's joining us.
Eric Shellhart, our guy. Come on, buddy.
Love you, Eric, man.
Christy Wampler.
Eric's big. He's one of the big dogs with the experience conference. He's on the leadership team. So, and he oversees like breakout sessions, which,
hello.
You get to come to Disney, number 1. Number 2, you get to see like Torrin Wells, Katie Carnes,
Cody Carnes and Carrie
Jobe. And then you get to hang out with BT and I. We're gonna go get cronuts together. We're gonna walk around Disney.
Yep.
And then on top of that, now Brian and I are gonna be doing a breakout session called "Tearing Down the Walls Between the Stage and the Booth."
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know what else. We're gonna tell those, and we have a fantastic way. We're gonna start this thing off. Like you've got to.
You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it.
No.
And we're gonna record a live podcast
with BSP himself, Scott Longyear.
Right. 1T. Still just 1T, you guys.
Big
way too cool for
pastor.
2.
He's going to be doing
way too cool for 2 T's.
Richard Sabian joining us up. What's up, Richard Sabian? How you doing today? You chilling?
Yo.
Dude, it is
the
1,000 degrees in Florida.
I bet. It's really hot here. I can only imagine what it's like down there.
Yeah, dude. I do in the mornings I have this like workout routine that I've been working through, and like so it's like some stretching, but then like some like body weight stuff. Nice. I go to walk outside yesterday morning, and it was like I walked straight into a humidified oven.
Oh my.
Like I walked out and I was like, almost immediately it turned your stomach. It's so hot.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So by the time I finished everything and did all my walking and stuff like that, I was drenched in sweat. And then I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, well, I'm gonna grab a quick shower. And she goes, no, you're not. I go, what do you mean? She goes, we're watching Hamilton. Then we sat down, we watched Hamilton. So
nice.
Hey, we got a top fan joining us.
Top fan in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, Mo Cruisin.
Mariah.
And ladies and gentlemen, Allie is in the chat.
Is it Bachanos? Is that how you say it?
I think it's Bajanos, but I could be.
Bajanos.
Allie, we're doing a lot of pronunciation help in the chat.
Yeah. Allie Bachanos.
Allie, she made a fire graphic. I think so.
Whoa, she's going to Virginia?
She made a fire graphic for us this week promoting the podcast with David Leonard with the little EQ sound thing on it.
Oh, wow. Tabor nailed it. It's
the C is silent. Bajanos. Rick Vale. Rick Vale is one of the funniest people you will ever So I used to do a lot of studio work and I would be on the bass mic with Rick. And Rick had this experience where something happened to his car, his Jeep or something, and he got struck by lightning. And
What?
so every time he made a mistake that day, he would turn to me and go, I was recently struck by lightning. Dude, it's funny, man.
So you're a bass singer? Is that what I heard?
Yeah. In the studio I was.
Well, you are also a bass singer for the first 40 episodes of the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. The guys on the Meme for Jesus podcast, they would have put money down that I was black.
Really?
Because of the filters that we put on my voice.
I gotta be honest, it makes me happy that it was believable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you can get real like the old police shows, where they would try to change it. Oh, my name is Brian David.
I told them it was much harder to do that than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Mariah, I cried 3 different times in Hamilton. Yeah, there is a part where Eliza screams, and my wife and I both sobbing.
Is that Eliza Doolittle?
Well, and like, okay, so if you're a Hamilton fan at all, and like a little bit of Lori and I's story, so we're watching it. Lori's holding the baby, and Lori snuggled up next to me, and I got my hand like on Lori's hand, and also like touching the baby. And when it sings, "It's Quiet Uptown," we both were like, yeah, we were definitely emotional. So
all right, well, we need to watch it today. You can still watch it, right?
Oh yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Forever or just this weekend? Or
I don't know how long it's on, but yeah,
Gotcha.
It's on for a while, and it was I've seen it live in Fort Lauderdale, and oh yeah, Mariah, that's pretty much, yeah.
Oh gosh, you guys.
Dude, it's Brian, it's if you like, well, you like In the Heights.
I love In the Heights. So that's one of my all-time faves.
Okay, if you like In the Heights, I believe personally, because I've listened to both, I think Hamilton is way better than In the Heights.
Well, it's way more popular, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's really good. Fun fact,
check it out.
A friend of mine from high school that grew up in my youth group is the front of house engineer for Hamilton.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it also reminded me to keep praying for what's going on right now with everything, because if you think about it, while you're watching Hamilton, everybody that it takes to make that thing happen is out of work right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From assistants to audio engineers to lighting guys to, none of those guys are able to work. And what did I see? Broadway closed until 2021 now.
2021. And here's the deal. I saw a news report on that, and they interviewed some Broadway actors. They said many of the actors are having to leave New York because they can't afford it. And get this, Broadway accounted for $14.3 billion of the New York economy last year. 14.3 billion.
That's unbelievable, man.
So
I wish we could figure out a way to do a watch party, and I could watch Hamilton with you.
Well, let's do it. We can play some, what are those games called?
Jackbox.
Doug Irving, recent recipient of the Come On Fam hat.
Really?
Shouted us out yesterday. Thank you, Doug.
Michael Short got a Come On Fam hat too.
Yes, he does. Dude, you guys, I'm so excited because if you buy merch, if you buy a hat, even the box
it's fire.
Is fire. Even the box is fire.
Literal fire. It's so good.
Go buy yourself a hat. If you scroll up the page or scroll down, whatever, we put a post up on Facebook today about all the merch. We got the boss lady Kim Walker Smith rocking her WLP shirt.
Right.
Come on now.
My favorite shout out was
Walker
Walker's.
Yes. That dude is
I
so funny.
Badly want to drive to South Carolina and let's all meet there and just hang out with him for a day.
Somewhere he has a ginormous garden. Like
I saw that he was riding around the 4-wheeler with his girl.
I mean, yeah, we need to go.
Hey, is there
and you can eat a ghost pecker. What?
No, coaching live stream is Tuesday
at 3 p.m. The
Eastern
7th.
Standard Time.
The 7th of July. Oh yeah, I hooked Shorty up.
Oh, and it came with stickers. I mean, come on, somebody.
His shortness.
I know.
Man, we were watching.
Shortness.
Okay, so my father-in-law is a guy, when you give him one thing he likes to do, he does it. He likes to do it a lot. So I showed him an episode of comedians in cars getting coffee yesterday, and he loved it.
Oh, really?
And so we probably watched 8 or 9 episodes of it yesterday. We were dying.
That's fantastic.
Man. We were dying. It's really funny.
I think I missed a bunch of those. Mariah,
So
if
good.
you go to YouTube, you can actually go back and watch the coaching. And I think I have the second one now I can upload. So if that's the case.
We'll give video links to the people who can't join us. Like we just had a guy from India sign up for the coaching network. And I told him, here's the deal. If the time change is too weird, you can always go back. We'll email a video link out a couple days after the sesh. And why do I do that?
Because it's the best thing ever.
Why?
It's what endears us to you. And if you ever stop,
I'm just compelled to shorten words for some reason. So we'll mail you out a link. Go join us, man. Here's the deal. I'm going to be totally straight with you.
Be real straight.
I guaranteed Scott Longyear we would get 200 registrants.
Yeah.
And he said it would never happen. Well, we're at like 190 or 180 something, 190. You guys, we need like 10 more people. And we're going to make Scott do something embarrassing.
Yep.
He has not signed off on that yet, but
we're going to get come on fam right on his forehead. Bam.
That's right. So guys, go sign up for the coaching network. It's free. I mean,
also, we need your ideas we have our 100th episode coming in just a few short weeks. And so gotta let us know. What do you think? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Like,
it's coming.
I kind of look at the world as our oyster, because right now, number one is Scott and I go cage diving with a great white shark.
Somebody suggested that you should shave your beard live on Instagram Live.
If they could talk my wife into it.
Oh,
yeah. The beard stays because Lori loves it. So
gratis. That's right. Yes, Mariah. There's only been 2 so far, May and June, and so this will be the July. And dudes, special guest is going to be joining us.
So last month we had Chris McClarney join us and lead some worship. We've got another. Yeah, it's pretty good. We haven't even told. We've said before we have a street team that helps us run the Instagram account, and we haven't even told them.
Right. They're asking a lot.
They are. And I even said I could be bought, and nobody came at me. I was really disappointed.
Rob Sharp.
Ableton Master.
Would
you say he's a ninja?
I would say his skills are sharp.
I heard he's Dante level 27 also.
He is. He's probably more than me. I mean, I gotta surrender that. He's better at it than I am.
Gotcha. That's really good. Do you know how to make a new? Can you tell everybody real quick how do you make a new flow in? And how do I switch to like redundancy and things like that? Do you remember?
Guys, I'll be honest with you. I have become really enamored with audio routing. You probably. I'm kidding. I love it when you said that may be one of the nerdier things I've ever said. The flow, what you got to do is there's probably a button on the interface that has like pictures of waves or something. You just need to keep clicking that until it says you changed your flow.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Highlights of the last 100 episodes.
Oh my.
I feel like we could totally do that, right? And it would be great. Yep. But I just feel like something needs to be out of the box.
Yeah. Maybe that's 101. Maybe highlights is 101.
Live from Tahiti.
Yes. You had me at Tahiti.
And we live from one of those bungalows over the water with like the glass floor.
Come on.
I mean,
Jonathan Vendries.
Oh, Jonathan Vendries.
One of my favorite people. He's a good man.
Like you spend time with Jonathan Vendries. You spend time with Jonathan Vendries and you literally just like feel better about yourself.
He has like the coolest raspy voice also.
He's got a good voice.
Yes, he does. Like it should be on radio and TV and in movies. He should be the new trailer guy for movies.
He should.
In a world where worship leaders have props, two men stand alone.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, we are I don't think mine knows this yet, but we are working on maybe an episode where we get the wives to join us.
Yeah.
Does Lori know?
Yeah. Well, man,
I don't think Kim is aware, but
no, but we're gonna get them on and we're gonna talk life, ministry, and marriage, and let you guys hear from a production pastor's wife and a worship pastor's wife, what their experience is, how they work and deal with it, and all that kind of stuff. So excited for that episode. So you're never gonna believe this, chat. We actually sat down and we planned out like 2 months of podcasts. So we actually know what we're talking about.
There's a spreadsheet.
Well, I mean, is there a spreadsheet? Maybe not, but
it's in the vault.
I feel pretty good about it.
I feel excellent about it.
I'm testing out a new reminder system for myself, BT.
What?
It's called Text Me That.
Ooh.
And so you go in and you put reminders in this app,
Yeah.
and then you set the times, and then whenever during the day, you'll get a text message saying, "Hey, don't forget, you need to do this, that, and the other."
Nice.
So, because I've tried everything else, details are not Jeremy's thing. Like Jeremy has a lot of things. Details are not always where I'm the strongest. So I've got to have, I got to have systems in place, or else it's one thing to the next, and I just get going and then I forget some
I
things.
hear you. It's tough, man. So the funny thing happened. I am
probably the least detailed production director on the planet.
Funny thing happened this week.
Oh yeah, what's that?
So on Tuesday, I try to do a live. Sometimes Jeremy joins me. Sometimes other people join. This one was just me, and I was walking through the office, and I introduced them to Sarah, who is our admin. She's amazing, mother of 6, and basically a superhero. And then I walked into Rachel, the intern.
Yeah.
And immediately she got 3 marriage proposals in the chat. Yeah, including Christian 99 memes, our friend.
Oh, okay.
They asked, does she have high standards? I said her standards are very high and they're going to stay that way. And he asked if a guy who runs a Christian meme page with 14,000 followers is high standards. Is that high enough?
That's fantastic.
I think she wasn't having it. So,
y'all, our good friend Tony Slavin just started joining us.
Tony,
dude, you guys want to hear ridiculously good, solid biblical preaching? You need to look Tony up, and he puts up a lot of stuff. This dude is a master teacher of God's word. I listen to him a lot. I
think he just joined the Beard Gang. Did I see that on Facebook? Does he have a beard now?
I don't know. I need to look. Long-eared was joining the Beard Gang, and then he shaved it off.
It was pretty good too. It was like
beard, I feel like
kind of a reverse, because he's bald, but he had this big beard. It was
I think he looked great. Tony, are you coming to Experience this year? Because I hope so.
Isn't he in Lake Tahoe or some exotic?
Yeah, dude, he's in a beautiful place.
I think we need to go see Tony.
I just waiting for that invite. And we'll have a worship leader prop sesh. So here's my favorite thing. When you, every time you shorten a word, you do this, you go, sesh.
We could go out there and we could sing, I'm no longer slaving to fear.
Oh, that's fun.
Sorry. Yes, he's coming.
Oh, dude, we got to hang. Tony can go get some cronuts with us.
Go get the cronuts, man.
I feel like he's a healthy dude, though. I don't know if he'll eat the cronuts, but maybe he'll hang out while we eat cronuts.
He would hang us. Somebody's got to hold the camera.
Yeah, this is true.
So I don't know if Allie is still in here, guys, but your boys are probably at Experience going to finally have like professional headshots, like pictures that I didn't just rip off of Facebook, that we can use to promote this bad boy.
Oh yeah, like the guys, we're getting our act together. I feel like we're finally growing up.
Right.
You know, we're
It
getting
only-
off the milk and going on to the solid food like the scripture calls.
It only took us 86 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, we're totally getting there. And it
Tony, oh, I've never heard that joke before. I'm sorry, Tony.
that's incredible. It's literally incredible.
Oh, this is fun.
It is a good time. Oh, what
It's a
you
good
got?
time.
Oh, do we got a little cold going on?
Pretty exotic. I have bad allergies. And sometimes my throat gets really dry because of it. So while we're recording, I have assorted waters and cough drops. So
Do you keep one in your mouth all the time, like McClarney?
not all the time, but right now quite a bit of the time.
So Johnny says we're all here to see Miller. Where's he at?
Yeah, it's Miller time, baby.
I think he's hanging out with Mama somewhere in the house.
He's so cute. Those videos of him
dude.
laughing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me see something.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, chat.
So, okay, I'll talk while you're texting this week.
No. Here. Oh,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Part two, due with David Leonard from All Sons and Daughters, formerly
And
good. Need to Breathe. Did anyone else not know that? Like I had no idea. He was in Need to Breathe and invited to be a permanent member.
Yep.
The dude has made a career out of walking away from things that he doesn't feel are being beneficial. In episode part 1, he told us, we asked him, what happened to All Sons and Daughters? Like, we were super fans. You guys are amazing. And he said, he told the story in part 1. You should go listen. It's a great story.
All right, I'm going to switch my phone real quick. So this is from last night, since you guys want to see the baby. Hold on, you ready?
Oh my gosh. Look at that. What a cutie.
Yeah, we're very blessed.
What a cutie. Yes, honey. Absolutely. Honey is great for your throat as well.
Do you try doing some local honey?
You should switch your mic back.
That was, see, details. It's my life in a nutshell.
Oh my gosh, it just got glorious.
Did it sound so much better now?
It does. It sounds, yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to sound half as good as
You sound like Vin Scully. Legendary broadcaster.
Broadstacker?
I did say broadstacker. Legendary broadstacker.
Yeah. What did he stack? All right, dude. We should probably do the podcast, huh?
Should probably do this. Got a good DM question we're going to talk about this week.
Oh,
We got some great prayer concerns, man. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I have not hit record yet.
All right. Well, like Sarah records, let's record this.
And you're going to record Zoom in case I also forget again this week to upload my audio.
I will definitely record the old Zoom.
I will try not to forget that.
Okay. Let's clap.
No longer slaving to fear. I was pretty proud of that. I'm not the most spontaneous guy, but
Oh no, you do good. All right. I'm recording. Now it's Jammer records.
Yes. You guys gonna clap with us, right? In the chat?
Yeah, we need the clap.
Clap on 4.
I feel like we need to text Jonathan Wright. Where is he?
He's ghosted us.
Weeks in a row.
Rogue, can you get in touch with Goldblum and tell him I know he's moving, whatever.
He's been moving for weeks.
I know. Come on. And it was 2 minutes away. Like, how complicated is that?
Yeah. I'm not coming to his church.
You can text him, can't you?
Yeah.
Where you at, man?
Yeah. All right, dude. Let's clap, and then we shall pray, and then I'll get us in. Hold on. Get the old. Try the new pop filter. See if that makes a difference.
Give me a P word. Popcorn.
Popcorn, precious, pergola,
It's not no poppage.
apartment,
I don't hear any poppage.
purses. 1, 2, 3.
Slowed us down a little bit. I like it.
You got to keep it fresh every once in a while to see.
Keeping it fresh.
All right. I will pray. You ready?
Let's do it.
God, thank you so much for all that you do, Lord, in all of our lives, Lord, whether we're in the valley or on the mountaintop, Lord, you are with us. Your scripture tells us that over and over. So, Lord, I pray that on this day, Lord, as we celebrate this nation, Lord, I pray that, Lord, we not lose sight of the fact that you are sovereign and that you are good. And so, Lord, I just pray that you would continue just to bless all that we're trying to do with the podcast. Lord, I pray there'd be things we would talk about, Father, that would just help encourage it and equip the Worship Leader Probs Nation. So, Lord, we give you the glory, honor, and praise. It's in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right. Episode 86, correct?
Unbelievable.
Correct. I don't really want this preamp up all the way, but it's looking like it's going to have to be that way because I got the mic a little far from me. So,
JV on the mic.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
On. Welcome to episode 86 of the Worship Leader Props podcast, where we aim to entertain, encourage, and equip worship and tech leaders all over the world. Sponsored by Planning Center Online. What's up, Big Tasty?
What is up? What is up? Saturday morning, July the 4th.
I mean, I have really enjoyed our Saturday mornings getting together.
It's pretty fun.
We chitty chat a little bit with a live studio audience. Can we call it a live studio audience?
I think we can call it whatever we want.
Yeah. So, like, if you're a fan of the Worship Leader Probs podcast, man, you can join 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be live on Facebook, and we just kind of hang out, talk about life, interact with all of you guys. You can ask us questions. You can
a lot of cooking, discussion,
a lot of cooking tips.
Yep.
Sometimes we bring the baby in so they can see Miller and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun, and you could join us in on that. Well, hey, BT, before we go too far into this next episode of the Worship Leader Probs podcast, you want to tell everybody a little bit about our sponsor?
Yes, I do. Planning Center. They're the best, guys. Jeremy said last week, would a plumber show up to fix your commode without his tools?
Nope.
So you need Planning Center Online. So, okay, they have an app called Church Center. And it's free, and you can give your congregation access to this app, okay, where they can connect to the life of your church by checking in their families ahead of time. Check them in, give them the old check.
Checkity-check.
Giving, they can give, they can join groups, they can manage their personal profile information. How often are you sitting in a meeting and somebody says, "Hey, has anybody seen Kenny Phillips?"
Jonathan Wright.
We've lost Jonathan Wright. You go into the Church Center app, get his information there, give him a little contact. You know what I'm saying? They can register for events. You can learn more at planning.center/church-center.
Well, and here's a fun fact. We have been in conversations with Planning Center Online, and they are officially changing the name of the check-ins app to Check.
Better check yourself.
You better before you wreck yourself. So, my man, good to be with you this morning. Episode 86. We are taking ideas for our 100th episode. So if you have been an avid listener of the podcast, or if you're new to the podcast, we would love you to go to our website, or you can just email us at info@worshipleaderprobs of things you might want to see. Right now,
yes,
we are pushing for Brian, Scott, and I to go to California, where Scott and I would go cage diving with a great white shark, and we would stream that whole thing.
And Brian would film it from the safety of the shore. Brian would film.
You wouldn't even be in the boat?
Never.
You wouldn't even be in the boat?
I would not be in the boat.
Why?
Because I'm deathly afraid of sharks.
Have you seen the video going around viral of the eagle carrying a shark in its
talons?
How? Right? So if scripture says that he will raise us up on eagle's wings, and if an eagle can kill a shark, what are you worried about?
Well, if you could provide the eagle.
Well, the Lord is the eagle.
The Lord is the eagle, so he's provided.
Yeah.
Jehovah Jireh.
He is the shark provider. So we would love to entertain your ideas for episode 100. We want to do it big because that's
Yep.
what we do here at the Worship Leader Probs podcast.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
when we say we like to do it big, have you seen our online store yet? Have you checked out the shirts? Not only are they fly, maybe even could be labeled as drip, but they are comfortable, high quality shirts. Our hats, dude, forget about it. They are comfortable flex fit hats. We have dad hats, we have flat bill hats. They are so comfortable. So we do it up big. We do it up right here at Worship Leader Pro. So you
For
need
you.
to check that out today.
For you.
So, hey, BT, tell them a little bit what happens. So today's Tuesday, right?
Yep.
That you're listening to this podcast. Now
Yep.
it's Saturday that we're recording,
Mhm.
but you're listening to this on Tuesday. So tell me what's going on this
Inception.
afternoon.
This afternoon. Okay. So we've started ourselves a coaching network. So
That's
this
right.
afternoon at 3:00 is session 3.
Eastern Standard Time.
And Scott Longear has got fire content ready for us. And one of the things you're going to hear from me as a worship pastor. You're going to hear from Jeremy as a production pastor. 10 things we wish our pastors knew about us.
Yeah.
And
It's
we
good.
wrote the lists ourselves. They are real and they are raw. So join us. Don't be a doink.
Yeah. Join us. And you can afford it. It's free.
Right. Can't beat the price.
Legit free. You can't beat the price. And we just need, Brian and Scott had a little friendly thing going on that we could get over 200 people signed up, and we are right there. So
Yep.
if you want to see us make Scott have to do something crazy,
Yes.
then you got to help us get to over 200. And it would be awesome. We're thinking like, come on, fam, tattoo right on the forehead.
Chest tat. How about right there, right on the pec?
Yeah.
Right on the
right
old
there.
pectoral.
Come on, fam. Got to get it done. Awesome. Well, what else is coming up too? And we have talked about this since our very first episode. One conference that Brian and I we're a part of now, but we each started just attending, and it's like near and dear to our heart is the Experience Conference. And that's going to be coming up in September.
So good.
And man, you just got to sign up for that. Like refreshing. It's one of those places you're going to get convicted. You're going to get refreshed. You're going to find healing. Like, I can't explain. I've been to a lot of conferences, but there is just something special about Experience and how it's ran. Like, give you an idea of the heart of Experience Conference. Like, everybody that signs up, somebody's going to call and pray for you before you even show up.
Yeah.
When you get there, there's going to be people waiting to be praying with you. They have free anonymous counseling for any leaders that are struggling with anything. You just text this number, you'll get a time. I had a friend do it 2 years ago, and it was super beneficial in their spiritual walk. So there's just this heart of like, there's so many pastors I've talked to who have said, like, as they look back through their ministry, the Experience Conference was a pivotal moment that like probably kept them in ministry in the first place.
Yeah, that would be me. I'd be one of those.
Yeah. So
I was just excited to be going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I was struggling, and man, God met me there. It was a really profound experience for me. And I'd love to see you do that too. Plus it's at Disney World.
I mean, and
you're going to eat cronuts with us. So
yeah, you're definitely going to eat cronuts with us. So, well, dude, what's going on in the life of the Tabors? What's going on at MPCC? You guys, a couple weeks away from, how are you right now? How are you gearing up to start meeting in person again?
Yeah, so we start next weekend with in-person worship. And so lots of meetings and plannings and sanitization plans and what are we going to do? And now, the governor of California just literally made it against the law for houses of worship to sing.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, guys, we need to be praying about that. That's in the book. That kind of stuff is in the book, I think, like,
yeah, it's a weird and crazy time. I mean, Florida has become like a COVID hotspot. And so I don't know, I heard there was talk about maybe we need to start considering closing back down again, or do you keep it rolling? Or, I mean, beaches are closed down again here. I know, like where I live, if you're not a resident, you're not allowed to be in the town today because of, we're a little awesome beach town that people love to come to. And so, yeah, it's a weird and crazy time.
It sure is.
I'm like sitting here and I'm like, trying to get ready for a life group launch, and I'm having to like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I have to have almost two plans. One for if groups want to meet in person, and one that they can't meet back in person,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It
It
is
is.
just so crazy. But at the end of the day, God is still sovereign.
Amen.
God
Yes,
is
he
still in
is.
control.
Yes, he
We can
is.
still worship him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's one of the things that's been really impactful to me is like realize we don't need the building. Like the building is awesome and it's good and it's great when we're all together, but
Yeah.
you can still worship him without all of the other, you know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
he's still big enough. So
Absolutely, man.
yeah, so that has been I don't know, that's just been really big on my heart lately.
Absolutely.
Talking
Huge.
through all that stuff. So well, Big Tasty, I think it's time that we jump into our first segment. And usually I would say our first segment and that would be our only, but we've got multiple segments again.
It's a multi-segment.
We back. So,
Absolutely.
all right, my man, why don't we jump into our first and fan favorite portion of the podcast called Prayer Concerns? Each week on the Worship Leader Problems podcast, we like to take a little bit of time and read all of the prayer concerns that you get at your church. And so for us, prayer concerns are all the goofy things that people will write down on your welcome card, your connection card, wherever you call it at your church. You know, we all have that little place that says, how can we be praying for you? And then people will put all of their complaints and letting you know everything you're doing wrong as a church there instead. And so we read those things here because we feel like it makes the world feel a little bit smaller when you realize that the big church on the corner is going through the exact same things that you are. So Brian, what do we got this week?
All right, good. Some good stuff from the live streams. Okay, so
excited.
Let's jump right in. Number one, prayer concern number one. There's no sound. So much for technology. That reminds me of the way to go audio man.
Yeah, way to go, audio man.
Oh my Lord. Okay, number two. Number two.
100% that's muted on their end.
Right. Almost
like
always.
100% muted on their end.
Almost always. Number two, I know we are having indoor services instead of drive-in services and still live streaming, but I don't see why you don't still use the FM transmitter so I can just sit in my car in the parking lot. It's Burger King. You can have it your way.
Church your way, man.
Order it up, man.
Just whatever you want.
Hymns with the side of Tomlin.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to come sit in your parking lot. That's it.
Exactly. I don't want to get out.
Is that like, that's somebody who like scores like 50% introverted, 50% extroverted. Like, I don't want to come in, but I also don't want to be home alone. So I'm just going to come sit in the parking lot. That would be my wife.
50 introverted. What'd you say? 50%?
50% introverted. And 50% extroverted.
50%. Yes, that's right. That's right.
That's my wife. She literally lands right in the middle.
Wow.
Yeah.
LB too.
Yeah.
She walks the line.
She does. I used to be like 100% introvert. And then when I took my job when I got into production world, I started doing so much stuff by myself. Like my office at my last church was in the midst of a part of the building where nobody else was. I could go entire days without seeing another person.
Wow.
I've noticed that need for people in the extrovertism. Is that a word? Extrovertism?
I think extroversion.
I think it's coming down. So.
All right. Number three. Again, I miss the pews.
Said nobody ever.
Right? Like what a weird thing to miss.
Have you ever sat in a comfortable pew?
I mean, I've sat in some with like really nice padding.
Yeah.
But they're not made for comfort.
No, not at all.
Not made for comfort. All right, number 4. Prayer concern number 4. We had someone complain that there was a time differential between the YouTube live version and our service on Facebook Live. So they were getting an echo. I am not exactly sure why they felt the need to watch both at the same time.
Maybe they want to watch both comment sections. They just need to know everything that's going on.
Could be. Again, it's Burger King. You can have it.
Yep, have it your way. Could you please tell Facebook and YouTube to time align their streaming services?
Multi-million-dollar companies. Sync it up, guys.
So that I can have everything on one screen, please. Thank you.
Exactly. That's what I want.
Have a wonderful day.
Okay, number 5. Prayer concern number 5. The bottom of the pudding cup. And I read,
Wah, wah, wah.
number 5, I'm one of the worship leaders on staff at a church. And after service where I sang but didn't lead any songs, I had a guy come up to me and say, you could totally be a worship leader. You just have to get a little better first. So savage, man. Come on, fam.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine ever saying anything like that to another human being
No, and I'll be honest with you.
on purpose?
I kind of hope somebody says it to me
Oh my gosh.
because I'm gonna go crazy.
What would you say? What would you, if somebody came up to you and said that, what would you say?
I don't know.
I
don't
100% know what I would say.
Here, what would you say?
I would look at him and go, can we stop for a second? I would say, did you just hear yourself?
Good.
So did you just tell me I could be one if so I'm not good now? Like I would just go, is this what you meant to say?
Right.
Because I don't know that it is.
It'd be like, hey, hit the pause button, go back, walk away, and start again.
What if you did that? What if you went, okay, stop. I want you to go back over there. I want you to walk back over here. And I want you, while you're coming over, think to yourself 6 times, should I say this?
Let's
and
try
after
it again.
6 times, you're like, if that I should totally say that, then feel free to share that again.
Come on, fam. Come on.
Goodness. Well, guys, thank you so much for sending in your prayer concerns to the Worship Leader Problems podcast. If you would like us to read your prayer concerns, all you have to do is go to www.worshipleaderprobs.com. Click on the prayer concerns tab. Right there, we have a quick form you can fill out. We don't ask for your name or your church's name. It is 100% anonymous. So, guys, thank you so much for being part of the Worship Leader Problems podcast. Well, my man, let's get into our second segment that we have before we get back into part 2 with David Leonard, and we call it Sliding into the DMs. So we have brought back a little segment that we used to do at the beginning of the podcast called Sliding into the DMs. And so really what happens is, like, every day we get tons and tons of questions, comments, whatever that comes into the messages of either Facebook, especially Instagram. And people just needing some help with a situation they're going through, or maybe it's a question about a recommendation for gear, or how do I handle a situation? And so, we try as hard as we can to answer all those in a timely fashion. But sometimes even, it's just something, sometimes an answer is so much longer than you can just sit there and type on your phone. And so we have taken some of those questions and we brought them over here to the Worship Leader Problems podcast. And so, Brian, what's our question that we got going on today?
The question is, developing healthy staff relationships. And how do you develop them? How do you maintain that?
Yeah, no, that's really good.
It's important.
So how have you, because you've been in ministry for, over 20 years, what have you found has been helpful for maintaining those staff relationships?
Well, I would say you hear this word all the time on our podcast, intentionality. You have to be intentional about it. It's not just going to happen.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
And so often, depending on the size of your church and what kind of gatekeepers you have, in place, like the worship person is often the person making the decision. This is what's happening in the service. These are the things that aren't happening in the service. So sometimes you're put in the position of making what is for your fellow staff member a very bad decision, an uncomfortable decision of saying, hey, I'd love to talk about your water balloon fight in the middle of the worship service, but we have some other things that we really need to prioritize that week, So, I think when those kinds of things happen, it's important to have the foundation of a good, healthy relationship to fall back on. Hey, I know this is really important to you, but as I met with the pastor, we've set some different priorities for this weekend. Maybe we can hit your event on socials and do some stuff like that, but we're just not going to be able to talk about it in the worship service. And that is a shift, because when I started in worship in ministry, there were no socials. And so the only opportunity to tell the church about something was to do it in the worship service. And I've been so surprised by elements that other staff members have planned and just slid into the service without me knowing. And so, it's important to have, some guidelines and some procedures and policies and those things. Like, these are the things that we're going to hit. The thing that hits the biggest group of people. It's important to have those in place ahead of time. And work to relate to your fellow staff members.
Oh yeah. I think one of the biggest things for me that I have found is like, especially in the creative arts department, check your pride at the door,
Oh gosh, absolutely.
because we are creatives. We are artists. Everything we do is subjective. Everything we do, we are very passionate about. So, like, um, let's say I create a lighting look and use a background on the center screen wall, whatever, and I'm in love with it. And the creative arts pastor walks in, is like, bro, I'm just not feeling it. I have two options at that moment. I can either get super defensive, dukes up, like he just assaulted who I am as a person and a creative, or I can like, okay, so what is it you're not feeling about this? Okay, no problem. I can change it. Like ultimately, the creative arts pastor is the one. He's the gatekeeper. I love that word that you used for the look, sound, and feel of what the services are. Right. So we have that conversation. We did. Both of us, our intention is to give the church the best possible experience and the best possible opportunity to have a distraction-free environment where they can easily go get into the presence of Jesus Christ. So like knowing that, like we need to be able to have conversations like that where neither one of us gets offended or gets our pride hurt and walks away. Because what happens so many times is, well, I just don't like that song choice you had. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, well, they don't respect me. And then you take that home with you and like this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, you're frustrated and you're angry. Like, man, y'all just, it's like what Brian says, starts with that relationship with the people around and knowing that like all of us are fighting the same fight, going in the same direction. So you got to check the pride. And I think you'll find that those things will get healthier and healthier. And also like, knowing when maybe there's a hill you need to die on and when you don't need to.
So good.
You know what I mean? Like not every hill is worth dying for.
Absolutely. And I'll be honest, when I first started ministry, I died on all of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
They were all a battle. And to be straight, I had to take a long look in the mirror and probably had to check some ego and, really submit. Submission is not a word that we like.
No,
it's not a fun word. But we have to submit to our fellow staff, or if you've got someone you report to, you've got to be able to submit to that person. And if you can't, then that's probably a deeper conversation that you need to have. So,
and what's interesting is as you start going through that ebb and flow of like balance of compromise, like you'll find there's been weeks Andy's came in, didn't like something I did. I'm like, no problem, change it. But then there was one week I felt really passionate about this background change in Living Hope. And it was like using a little bit of a nature thing that isn't typically something we've done, but it was impacting me big time. I said, man, can I just try this? And he gave me the go. You know what I mean? Like we were building trust with each other. Now, did he like it at the end of the day? No. But like there were a lot of people that came and was like, oh man, that's just something about that when it was like these trees and it looked like the sun was coming through. And then you say, then came the morning. And it was just like, and it slowly faded in and the lights faded. It was cool. He didn't necessarily like it, but there wasn't like a Monday morning meeting about why'd you disobey? Like, it was like, look, and then the next time he came in and we, hey, let's try this. Like, it's just learning how to work within the confines of each other and realizing y'all are all on the same page.
We're better together,
That is 100% certain.
So
awesome, guys. Well, I hope that helps you because there's nothing worse than being in a situation where you're just not, where you're always butting heads. So
absolutely.
Well, friends of the Worship Leader Problems podcast, we're really excited to get into part 2 with our good friend, David Leonard. So we were telling the live stream chat earlier today that our David Leonard, we now have permission to call him D-Lo, but that's not true at all. I totally made that up, but I am going to ask him maybe one day. Can I call you D-Lo? Because I think
absolutely.
That's
yeah,
dude, he's awesome dude.
So good. And, we all love All Sons and Daughters. I mean, they were fantastic, great music. And this is a guy, they just said, you know what? Everything we felt like God was calling us to do was being maybe kind of set aside by all the busyness of the industry and all that stuff. So they literally just walked away. You kind of have to say tip of the cap to somebody who's willing to set aside, because they were like a big deal. We can all learn from that. You know what I'm saying? We can all learn from that.
Awesome. Well, to this episode of the Worship Leader Props podcast. Don't forget, today at 3 p.m. Eastern, you can sign up to be part of our coaching network. Special guests coming in to lead worship. You will not want to miss it. Don't forget, our online store is out there. Get you a nice little hat. Experience conference coming. So much cool stuff happening right now. And so, guys, we're just so super thankful for you, the Worship Leader Props podcast. And until next time, see ya.
Deuces. Yo.
Stop, eh?
So export, and I'm going to upload while we're on here.
Yeah, dude, straight into the David Leonard folder. It's a great day to be alive.
Great day. That was good, man.
Oh, you were awesome.
You were awesome.
Hey, guys, the live stream is too loud. Can you fix it, please?
Hey, Mo Cruisin got a new guitar this week.
Oh, really? Wait,
Yeah.
is she at your church too?
No, she should be, but she's not.
Is she from Indiana?
I don't know. I'm not sure I remember where she's from.
Oh, okay. You talked like, oh, Jeremy Yanavok?
Yeah.
How would you say that, BT? Can't believe I missed this.
Yanavok.
Jeremy
Yanavok.
Hey, Rogue Worship Leader wants to know what kind of guitar you got, Mo Cruz.
Yeah, tell us about it.
We'd love to know. Dude.
WP86. It's going in the folder now. Just the background, I forgot to give Jeremy my audio last week. And so he had to lift it out of the Zoom, I assume.
I did.
She's in Virginia. She's in Virginia.
Well, then you can go.
Is she close to Danville?
Are you close to Danville, Virginia?
Because we're going to
Danville next week. Next week or the week after?
Week after.
I literally, I finalized the adoption on one day, and then the very next day I get on an airplane and I get to go hang out with Brian.
Right. We're going to be
all the guys from 5 Words Media.
Come on. And Jonathan Wright, who ghosted us in the chat.
Again. A Gretsch Resonator boxcar? Okay. Mo Cruz. Is that her new name? Mo Cruz?
Mo Cruz.
Where is Danville? It's in Virginia, Shorty.
Yeah, it's in Virginia.
Danville, Virginia.
A couple hours. You should come down.
Dude, how far is it from Pittsburgh?
Hope Church. It's 600 miles from me. So
hold on. I'm pulling it up on maps because I'm making Shorty come.
Rogue, thanks for trying. Jonathan, man, he's probably covering a Beach Boys.
No, he hasn't been, because he's been sending me all of his recordings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. We're in Virginia, Danville. Is it close? Oh, Mariah is in Norfolk.
That's like Washington, right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's 8 hours, Shorty. That's too far.
Sorry, buddy. But experience, Cronuts.
Yeah. Oh, Shorty will eat Cronuts with us, guaranteed. When we do, I'll steal some of my father-in-law's insulin so we can.
When are we coming to Virginia? We come in on 20. Is it the 22nd? 22nd. We get there Wednesday night. We're there and we come home Friday.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going to be at Hope Church, the winner of the Free Church AV,
which comes back live. So, okay, if you're watching right now and you're like, man, we could really use like an upgrade to everything. So 5 Words Media, you can, starting September 9th, I think, which is the first day of the Experience Conference, they are going to be opening up Free Church AV again. And so they give away a sound and like full AVL system to a church valued up to, is it 250,000 or 200,000?
The year one was 200,000. I don't know if they're changing that for year 2 or not, but yeah, guys.
So check this out. So Hope Church in Danville, Virginia, they won, and they are getting a AVL system that is valued at $149,000 being donated, installed, doing all the training. And so those are our good friends at 5 Words Media. So,
Absolutely.
yep.
Oh, it's only 3 hours for Mo. She should be
Oh, I'm okay.
Mo
Okay,
cruising down to Danville.
Mo Cruz. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. Brian and I are not worth a 3-hour drive. I mean,
But
just
okay, Jonathan insists that like the greatest taco restaurant in the country, oddly enough, is in Danville, Virginia.
but he has sent pictures, and those look
Looks
like
pretty good.
legit tacos.
So we're gonna eat tacos. You know
You know what I'm gonna eat today?
What?
Smoked queso.
Smoked queso.
I'm pretty excited.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat
You're-
ribs.
you are making ribs. You're gonna send pictures of the ribs, right?
Absolutely, I'll send you a
So
pic.
I don't know. Have I read? What's your rib process?
Okay, very simple.
Because you don't have a smoker, so
I don't have a smoker, and I will say this process is undefeated, and it's very, very simple.
Okay.
So the day before, I put the rub on, cover them with foil, into the fridge.
So okay, that is right. That's pro tip. If you've never done ribs before, prepare them the night before. It sweats
Absolutely.
the seasoning in,
Oh,
and
it's
like
so good. It's so
that's
good.
money.
And
I'm really pleased.
I'm using honey hog rub from
Meat
Meat
Church.
Church. So put them in the fridge. The next day, I get them out about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so before
Another pro tip.
I put them in, let them kind of come back up to temperature a little bit.
That's right.
I do mine in the oven because I don't
Okay.
have a smoker. So I'm at 320,
Okay.
320 degrees, depending on how meaty they are. They need to go
Okay.
3 hours, but the ones I have today are a little meatier. So I'm going to probably go 315.
Okay.
3 hours, 15 minutes at 320. I leave the foil on, all that stuff. And here's a pro tip. I put them on a rack inside like a cookie sheet. Exactly. And it doesn't burn like the ends of the bones and stuff like that. So
that's another pro tip.
Then I get them out. And I rest them for like half an hour, something like that. I take the foil off. I sauce the bottom.
Okay.
And then I put them on the grill, and I'm doing like an indirect thing on the grill, because the bottom sauce will just straight up burn, at least.
Yeah.
In my grill, it's hard to control the temperature. So I put them on foil on the grill, and I don't sauce a ton. I probably sauce them maybe once or twice, thin layer, and I'll probably have them on the grill at about the same temperature they were in the oven. I'll probably have them on the grill for 25 minutes, 25 minutes. Man. They'll tell you, the ribs will speak.
They do speak.
I'm ready. I'm big and I'm tasty and I'm ready.
I have a tasty treat.
That's my process.
That's a good process.
What
That's
about
really
you?
Good. I do the 3-2-1 method. And so put my rub on the night before, throw them in the fridge, pull them out, let them come up temperature, throw them in the smoker with oak for 3 hours. Then I pull them out, wrap them in foil. When I wrap them, I spritz them with apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
Yep. And then I do 1 more hour out of foil. So it's 3 hours without foil, 2 hours with foil, and then 1 hour back in the smoker where I've sauced them, and that kind of caramelizes up, and
nice.
They are big tasty.
Nice. I will say this, whether you have a smoker or not, if you have a smoker, go for it. David Ware from Hillsong Worship, who's been on the podcast, is DMing us pictures of all of his, he has a new smoker. So he's sending us pictures of all of his delicious smoked meats. Man. And, but if you don't have a smoker, the oven method, guys, they'll be tender, and
they slap.
Don't ever jack with the temperature. Just stick them in there and leave it. Don't mess with it. Yeah.
Sounds really good. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Good
for
times.
Our episode 86 live stream recording, hanging out in the chitty chat with us. Don't forget Planning Center. Go get the Check app and go listen to D-Lo. And thanks for being part of this sesh.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. We will see you next Saturday.